must be the algorithm.
Work-life balance.
There's always tomorrow. Hi, my darlings. A long time no see. I hope you all are doing well. So I know I pretty much fell off the face of the earth there for a hot minute, but thanks for being patient with me and sticking around. I really appreciate you guys. So this channel recently hit its 1 year anniversary. So I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys, as well as hopefully provide some insight for those of you who might be on your own YouTube journey or thinking about starting your own YouTube channel. So let's see how this year went. When I first launched this channel, of course, my dream was that it would immediately take off. One of my videos would go viral or something, and it would snowball, and like I would just beat all the stats, right? I mean, I feel like it's common to have like really high hopes in the beginning, and like these cases, they do occur. But yeah, so let's just take a look at the numbers. Bear in mind, I took almost a 6-month hiatus, so you get what you put in. We are at 175 subscribers and 517.6 watch time hours. So as you can see, this channel is still super tiny in this enormous YouTube space. And in the beginning, I was just obsessing over numbers and analytics and just driving myself crazy. So don't go down that rabbit hole. And then try not to compare your channel to other channels, especially those that are already established, because, I feel like everyone had like a learning curve in the beginning, and, you're going to get there eventually. And also, like, this whole YouTube journey has been an emotional roller coaster ride. Like, you're gonna have your ups and downs, you'll have your good days, and then some days you're a little discouraged. But, just keep doing your thing and just don't give up. All right, next let's talk about vlogging. So last year I took a few trips and I was super excited because my plan was to film a bunch of content and then share it with you guys in real time. But what happened instead is that I just really struggled to find that balance between being present in the moment, enjoying the trip, as well as simultaneously try to get the material that I needed for future videos. So, I would find myself either like recording literally everything or recording nothing at all. So I think the issue is that going in, I didn't have a plan as far as what videos I wanted to make. So that way I didn't know exactly like what material I needed. So I just kind of felt stumped, and I would just record everything. And at that time, like, I was driving my people crazy, harassing them to get the perfect shot. And I just felt like I was being rude, like kind of ignoring them and, being in my own like little world, right? So I think it's best to always have an idea of what videos you might want to make. So that way you're not wasting time and you're just obtaining exactly what you need from the trip. And then also, being able to, enjoy it. Yeah, and then also it's better for you later anyways, because you won't have as much files to go through, because right now I probably have to like sort through thousands of video files and figure out what I actually will use. Another thing is I kind of got self-conscious filming myself outside. Like going in, I honestly thought that it would be so easy and simple to vlog myself out and about, but man, people be staring, and when they do, it is awkward as heck. So A, they would either do a double take trying to figure out if I was someone famous, or B, they'd be looking at me with those judgy eyes like, ooh, look at that wannabe. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I just have to get over it and not care what people think. Yeah, and I think that's just going to come with more experience. When I first started, I told myself I was going to treat this like a full-time gig. I was going to go all in, I got this. And I just found that it's so easy to get off track. Like I said, I took a few trips, and then there was like the whole hecticness of like the holiday season, etc. And once I started pushing things, like the pile just got higher and higher, and it just became difficult to like pick up the pieces and start again. Like I just got really overwhelmed. So I think the solution is, to like have a plan, like give yourself a schedule, give yourself deadlines, but at the same time, like don't burn yourself out. One big thing is I wish I had started this channel sooner. I feel like I wasted so much time in the beginning prior to launch trying to perfect everything, doing all this research. And I've just found that YouTube is really one of those things where you just learn as you go. So there's no such thing as perfect. no matter how prepared you are, you're eventually going to want to make some changes. For example, I find myself in a predicament now where I had spent all this time prior to launch, like drafting all these videos, and right now I'm not even sure if I will be using any of them. So I would say that if you're thinking about, starting your own channel, the time was yesterday, right? So I would say just upload videos, see how they go, and then go from there. Consistency is key when it comes to uploads. It helps your viewers know when to expect new videos from you, as well as help you appear more reliable when it comes to the algorithm. So, decide for yourself whether you want to upload daily, once a week, twice a week, once a month, whatever you decide, just try to be consistent with that. That's something I'm still trying to work towards, and I think it would be a good idea to always be ahead of the game. So to do this, like prior to launch, just have videos lined up so that, if you ever have like a slack day or something comes up, like an emergency or something, that you would just always have videos on deck, ready, so that you don't ever find yourself falling too behind schedule. I would devote more time into titles and thumbnails and make sure that they complement each other. I feel like usually it's like an afterthought and I spend the bulk of my time on the videos themselves. But when people are scrolling, like the first thing they see is your title and your thumbnail. So, it's like a first impression. So you have to make it good and you have to convince them like right then and there, like why should they click into your video? Why should they give your video, the chance, the time of day, rather than millions of other videos they can choose from. So I have to go back and fix some of my thumbnails as well and titles because I found that they were either, too repetitive or too much going on. I've been thinking about how I envision I'll Wander in the long run in terms of this channel as well as the blog itself. So I'm kind of in the process of rebranding, figuring out what works, what doesn't, and what changes I want to make. So, once I get that all sorted, I will start uploading videos again. And like I've said 1,000 times before, hopefully I can finally have that consistent, upload schedule. So stay tuned for new videos coming soon. I still have a lot to share with you guys about life teaching abroad in Korea, as well as my Euro trip, my New Zealand working holiday, and other travels. And let me know in the comments below what's your favorite video been so far, and if you're a fellow YouTuber, how did your first year go? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!